Welcome to the channel about loving Nick and Dana.
What are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about growth and independence.
Why did we pick that topic for today?
It's because of breakfast.
What happened at breakfast?
Well, usually my daddy make pancakes for me, but this time he's out of town, and I also do it. I do it this morning.
You made the pancakes this morning?
Yeah, I made it this morning.
Did you say, "Hey, Mom, I'm going to make some pancakes"?
No, I wanted it to be a surprise.
Can you tell us about what happened?
Okay, so this morning I got the new pancake mix box, and it was new, and then I decided to open it, and it got eggs, and then when I went to pour it into the other container, it exploded everywhere, right under my shorts, and on the ground, and on the counter.
So you opened the box, the sealed box of the pancake mix. Then you had to open the bag inside, and then you went to pour it into the container we use,
Yes.
and it went everywhere.
Yes.
What did you do?
So I cleaned it all up.
How?
Like using the broom and for the floor pot, and then like counter the green thing.
Was it the sponge?
Yeah, the sponge.
And
she does not know this, but I used the broom with the bottle thing. I did that. So making sure that they didn't know.
So to make it so Dana didn't know?
Yeah.
All right. I was working, I had no idea any of this was going on. And what I think is, and you changed your clothes.
Yes.
How would you have handled this situation if you were younger?
When I was younger, I usually asked for help.
Correct. And so the reason we decided to talk about this today is we work every week with our students on building independence and becoming self-sufficient adults. And I was so proud of Nick today because he could have said to me, "Could you help me open the box and get it into the container?" But instead, he experimented with it and he learned a very valuable lesson, correct?
Yes.
And what is the lesson that you learned?
The lesson is you need to get the help before you open a new container.
well, okay, fair enough. I guess I should have, we didn't discuss this part at all. I believe that the lesson that you learned is that when you open a new box and you have the package inside, you need to be careful about how you put it into the sealed container so it doesn't go everywhere.
Yeah.
Next time you do this, I believe that it will not go everywhere because you will be more careful. You're doing the hand thing. How did you pour it into how did you pour it into our container? Did you just take it and dump the whole thing, or?
I did the whole thing, and then I poured it, and then I put the bag inside of the container.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't spill, so I just put it all the way in, and it made it.
That's what you would do next time.
Yeah.
But this time, how did you do it?
I poured it, like I put it inside the container, so it won't spill, so I just poured it.
Well, that sounds like what you're going to do when you don't want it to spill, but this time it exploded. What made it explode?
What made it explode is by pouring it.
So did you pour it too quickly?
A little.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand because I didn't see it. But yes, I think that the lesson there is that you have to be careful when you're pouring it from the bag into the container because it's flour and it can just, if you're not careful when you remove the bag, it can kind of puff up and all the flour goes everywhere.
Yes.
So I was sitting doing work. I came into the kitchen and I noticed that there was some mix on the counter, and I thought, oh, interesting. And I could smell that Nick had heated up the grill. And it just occurred to me what a growth moment it was that he didn't ask for help. And I thought, when we talk to parents of younger students about how to equip their learners for independence, I don't think I always remember to say this, but independence comes not only from practicing a skill, but experimenting. And if every moment you are guided by a parent, you don't get the opportunity to make the mistakes that lead to a different understanding. It is similar as adults. Someone can tell you something, they can teach you a lesson they've learned, but often, unless you've experienced that situation, it doesn't settle until you've experienced and you learn from your own mistakes. So with Nick, I think definitely he made a mistake in transferring the mix into the container, but he also learned a really good lesson on how to do it better next time. And the comment for parents is to let there be mess. Messy is okay. And the kitchen, he did a good job cleaning up. But it's not my standard of cleanup, right, Nick? There was still a little around the baseboards, and there was a little under where I make coffee, but he did a really pretty good job. And if I had been someone who walked into the kitchen and said, "Oh my gosh, there's flour everywhere," that would be a disincentive for him to try new things that might result in mess. But instead, I was so pleased that he had taken this step and wanted to surprise me with pancakes. I took a picture of the pancakes. I'll share it with you. But I was so happy that he had done it that I thought it was a good reminder to let mistakes happen, let messy happen. It's going to happen in the kitchen. I think there was a time when Nick was younger when I didn't want any of the kids doing the dishes because there'd be water and soap everywhere, and the dishes really wouldn't be that clean. That wasn't the best parental decision. It would have been way better just to clean up the kitchen and have them learning those skills at a younger age. Of course, with them, they move out and then they have to do it all on their own anyway. But for Nick, sometimes we need to break things into smaller learning steps, correct?
Yes.
All right. So I think that is the message. I don't think there's more to say. The pancakes were delicious, but if you are growing youngsters, allow them to make mistakes, be messy, experiment, because practice is what's going to result in independence and growth.
Yes.
All right. We'll be back soon.
We'll be back soon.